Hey folks, welcome back. We're going to Enbesa. Down by the mountain. Something like that. I don't know. Hi. We are currently in Enbesa, and we're trying to give our people here a good thing. Oh. Hey Movan, how's it going? We are needing some jat. I believe they are called. Yeah, jat. Problem is that most likely we'll have to go on expeditions, which we currently do not have going. Okay, rescue. Oh no, that's that one. Okay. Do we have any other ones that are at level 0? I'm in the poo. Okay. Let's see. Idle ships. Rangoon. We will need some faith items, which apparently we cannot get. Pirates and undeclared war, and my ships are not great. Oh, yeah. I turned off pirates. Specifically because I could just not.
Just say the word.
Okay, let's put you here. Let's go to the Cape Trelawney.
We assist however we may.
And then see about the Clipper. You are gonna have to come here specifically to get better stuff. Yeah, the worst thing about this game is the pirates and the combat. The campaign, yeah, more than fair. Like Bellamy, or whatever her name is, Beryl. Beryl is horrendous, the pirates are terrible, and there's no real way to work with or against them. That is fairly easy to do, so yeah.
A man's leg at this site. We have treated it, but he is asking specifically for you.
Aha. Back to Enbesa then. You. Okay.
This would certainly help us survive. If you could, we are good stain once more, and in need of your generosity.
Bases are covered in guns, yeah.
They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet. My family must worry. Could I be taken home to Wahadesha? I'm no use here anymore anyway.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Route plotted.
Yeah, I pretty much turned off everything and I'm just playing for the fun of it.
If you could...
Then go to the Wahadesha.
Take the rudder.
It seems an eternity since I last saw these shores. How do... A familiar place and friendly faces. There is no better medicine. Thank you.
Unfurl the sail.
Okay. Now the big issue lies in the fact that I do require hello, kitty. You know. No. We're not gonna climb up on my, We're not gonna climb up on my keyboards. Understand? Oh, that's interesting. Not on the keyboards, kitty. Yeah, so she's very sweet, don't get me wrong. She's gonna sit on my keyboard for a bit, so I might not be able to do a lot for a bit. She's a grey cat, I wanna say... Russian blue adjacent. I'm new to this game. Can you turn pirates off mid-game, or does it have to be at the start of the new game? Yeah, I had to do this in the mid-game. At the start of the game. I don't think you can. Mid-game. Yeah. Also, I'm not doing the campaign at this point in time. I'm just playing a continuous game. Let me see. You can remove temporarily by destroying their main base island, which triggers a 30-minute window before they try to resettle. Alternatively, use diplomacy to achieve peace, eventually making them peaceful trading partners. So... either go in full force or try and make him docile. Also, thanks for the follow, Movan. And I'm Drekka. I mean, you can destroy the pirate strongholds, but if you start with them, you're gonna have to deal with them. I'm so addicted to it. Started to play 4 days ago and haven't slept much. Yeah, that's the issue with Anno games. They are very much 5 more minutes. Like, literally. Whenever I stream for 3 hours a day. I stream from 8 PM European time to 11 PM European time. Specifically Western Europe, like the GMT +1 time zone. It's... a friend of mine starts streaming at 11 my time, and sometimes I'm just like, okay, when I'm having fun, I'm actually having a lot of fun, and I tend to stream a bit longer because I'm having too much fun. But yeah, it's... It's definitely a game where you want to play 5 more minutes and suddenly it's 4 AM. My weakness is money. Yeah. There's a definite reason why I'm currently playing with just myself, and I'm technically...
Workforce shortage.
I'm technically, like, not even using my own buildings.
Good timing. We come upon the lowest room of the library, covered with verse in the ancient script.
So, for those that do not know, there are specifically 2 websites. Well, there is one website, but there is 2 specific things that I'm currently using. I'm using the Anno 1800 fandom wiki, which has a couple of layouts specifically for places. So if we go and we check out Okay, yeah, at this point in time we don't have anything here in Enbesa, but if we go to Cape Trelawney, for instance, we should see that these are part of a layout. These are part of a layout. Don't giddy. You can go lay on the bed. Come on. Like, this is part of a layout, this is part of a layout. Okay, so. The Mountain Mall. Your sailors face the mountain without a map. After racing from guide to guide through the depths of the mountain range, the crew find themselves devoid of a chaperone. The guide supposed to take them on the last leg hasn't shown up at the time you agreed. Forget what initial goal you had in mind. Getting off the snow-topped peak is the only priority now. Traverse the mountain on your own.
We're adrift.
Your navigator makes do without a guide. Take a note of landmarks as they progress, relying on their compasses to follow a single direction, staying put during the night despite their dwindling supplies. Long last, they find a stream of melting snow and follow it downhill to the foot of a mountain. The crew survived, but it was a rough effort. Let's take some bread and continue. So yeah, I'm pretty much following guides from those websites. If I... This one. Oh, I am losing money again. Okay, cool. And this one. They are layouts that you can get from the place, though you cannot copy paste them into the game. You have to build them once and then use the stamp tool. The stamp tool is fairly easy, it's just a drag and drop. So if you have something that you like, or if you have built something that you like from, for instance, a map, you can like drag and drop, copy, and then it will be put down here below in one of the folders. I don't know how the folders are made, and you cannot change from folder to folder. I have no clue what's going on there. Okay, so Enbesa, we were talking to you. There was a quest right along this line. Ancient wall inscriptions, the offering. A carving. Two characters come face to face. One of them is kneeling, his arms adorned with the golden bracelets, typical of Wahadesha. He is holding up crops as an offering to the
Old Wahadesher is something of a trove for forgotten lore.
A new commission?
Perhaps. Lord Katema's advisor Binyan grew up in Wahadesher and received the finest.
On our way!
He may well recognize these glyphs.
Oh, it's gotta go to the other island first, and then see about taking a photo. There we go. You are going this way?
Route plotted.
No? Okay, I might have to take care of the cat. She's currently on the perch of doing something in my room I don't want her to do.
But the
Give me a
characters
sec.
are recognizable, I think.
Please. Okay.
It is but a rough imprint with coarse.
Yes.
I expect your translation
Awesome.
legally. Surely with this evidence, Lord Ketema can no longer deny the legitimacy of our claims.
On our way.
There we go.
Workforce shortage.
Workforce insetzt den.
We're fed at least.
We've only a skeletal work gang.
An old classmate, you say? Of course. I shall read it presently.
There we go.
I have seen such characters before. Stone not far from where I grew up. Tangled in the undergrowth.
Good and ready.
It was atop a cliff. If you look to starboard from the camp ruins, there should be a narrow path through the cliff to a small dell.
The people celebrate your leadership.
How nice of you to visit. There is something I wish to show you. No, not my leg. It is healing just fine.
Yeah.
If you are interested in the broken stone, investigate the oracle. I saw glyphs very similar there when I was younger.
Oracle.
Untold perils await us.
Aye.
A dead end, I fear.
Okay.
Could be anywhere in Enbesa. But we made a copy of the glyphs for you, just in case.
An overweight ship is easy prey for stormy waters.
Answers to be found
The oil
elsewhere.
merchant your crew met at the last harbor paid good money for their cargo. to be stored aboard your ship, but the weight isn't really something your vessel can handle. At the signs of tempest winds and cutting waves, the unusual balance make your ship heel furiously. Wow. Release the stern anchor, or improvise a sea anchor on the surface of the water. Safe. The cast iron shank of the anchors plunges into the shifting waves with a large splash. The amount of chain being just right for it to take a good hold of the seabed. Ship wobbles, washed by the winds and the waves, but manages to stay put. Sailors simply wait for the storm to pass and hope the extra load will not cause any more trouble.
Perhaps there are answers to be found elsewhere. I do not trust these priests. This old library dig is probably a cover for something more sinister.
It's fragmentary, but I'm confident this is part of the legendary Oath Stone which marked Kashta's gifting of Wahadesha to Enbesa. If I'm right, and I probably am, this is thousands of years old. Look, 2 texts, one in each language, so the treaty can be understood by all. If it is the same text in 2 different languages, we could extrapolate a rough lexicon of the ancient script from our far more extensive knowledge of the Kashtan tongue.
I tried putting the texts next to each other and could understand some of the words, especially Wahadesha, those ancient scripture I know, and it's engraved everywhere on the oracle. We call Wahadesha the land of waters, and its ancient scripture is 2 symbols, one that looks like water and the other that looks like mountains. Its language seems to be figurative, where the words are what the signs represent. For example, seems to be a crate, hence I'm quite sure that means goods. Another example, in the sentence Wahadesha grows plants forever, there is this group of signs. Can you guess what word it refers to? Must mean... plants? Plants indeed! As you can see, the sign itself is not enough to represent plants on its own, so the ancient script added 2 symbols here. To indicate the plural, and at the end to its indicative, it's a noun. One more, in the transcript you brought me, I found the sign that indicates a noun, a physical entity. It was part of the words, but can you guess what it means? It's mountains? Could have meant mountains if it had... oh... if it had in between both signs, but for now we must assume means land or mountain, maybe. You're getting it. One last word before we take break. I recognize the oath in, where it seems to refer to anything holy, pure, or at least linked to the gods, and refers to speech, as it looks like a breath of a human head. Then in the transcript of the old library you brought me, there was the word... any idea what it could mean? So it's holy, in crates, plural, and a noun. Gift of gods? No, this cannot be correct. Gods would be written verbatim. That would be holy human entities. But this here mentions goods, so rather than a noun, must be an adjective for ritual goods. Yeah, I'm no good at this.
Ah, yes. That does tie nicely to the context. Now what about this next section?
I have found something else. Arms and legs seem to associate with actions, verbs. Like this word in the old library transcripts water run, which seems to mean to navigate, and crate run, to transport. I've also identified this following word in the Oath Stone.
Admiral!
Plants something... hand. Guess what it means? To plant? Almost correct. seems that trowel indicates a direction to the top. So here, to grow seems to be more adequate translation of oathstone. Now we have this sentence. It corresponds to, and Enbesa offers goods of the land to Kashta forever. Can you identify the group of signs that means to offer?
Of your generosity.
This. Good guess. The verb is written in a more complicated way. Here, water indicates a direction, followed by what seems to represent a human, so it's the action of providing goods to someone. Those verbs work like nouns in the end, but there is one that I have yet to identify. In the second sentence,
are healthy again.
Corresponds to said. I see, seems to be speak, but what would your guess the first sign represent? An hourglass? Of course, the hourglass just used to measure time must indicate past events in an ancient script. I wonder what symbol they used to signify the future then. Anyway, time for another break. I think we're getting close to cracking the ancient script.
Yes. I see how that would make sense. Then that would mean that this last section is... not sure. Any ideas?
Oh, you need to go to the Wahadesha.
Unfurl the sail.
Just in case I'm too late on this.
This would certainly help us. Yaku! It seems we will be starvation safe for some time
Take
yet.
the rudder.
Okay, let's see about getting more of this
We're in
and
the
putting them.
presence of a virtuoso.
It's going up and down a lot, isn't it?
Route plotted.
We've already learned about their verbs and nouns, but there's more that we can yet extract from this oathstone. There is a sign that seems to correspond to neither nouns nor verbs. It appears in a group of signs where the sign seems to refer to the paw of a dangerous animal, like a lion. Hence I believe that means dangerous, and it appears in the sentence, Kashta dangerous to all. There's also the same sign in the last sentence, but in another group of words. Oath, that we've already seen together, corresponds to the first four signs. I believe indicates an adjective like dangerous. What would you say translates to? Back. Speak, spoken, and then something aggressive, something dangerous? An adjective. Spoken. Well analyzed is a word we already encountered before, meaning to say. By adding that at the end, it becomes spoken. I encountered another word in the old library transcript that uses the same symbol. That one I would translate as rich. There are a few signs I can't figure out quite what they represent, like N. I believe that if a sign is rather small and lost its resemblance to what is initially represented, then the sign must have been often used. Then the script has been simplified over the years to accommodate the scribes. For example, if we find in the group of words, this group of words is present in the sentence, and Enbesa offers goods to the land of Kashta forever, what would you guess means? So, multiple goods to a single land. And I fear not. The ancient script is non-articular language in the singular. It does not use articles such as the or a in the singular form. Plural, naturally, would be, but singular is implicit. No, this must be some sort of other word. Possibly genitive? Yes, off would make sense here. But now it seems that persons, characters, and proper names are not defined by squiggly, but by person. Also, names are written in a simplified way, but keep a meaning. For example, Tahaka, the king of Kashta, in its time is written sword, arrow, people. Funnily, his name seems to represent a knife cutting through. Maybe he was a terrible warmonger? Or an assassin. Anyway, there is another name here. Shaba, written, as you can see, appears here again after... What do you think her name translates to? Rich of plants.
I could simply go to press.
Exactly, here. Because follows, that means must translate as rich. It's grammatically wrong, rich would be written, but names are clearly grammatically incorrect anyway. We've done it! I really appreciate our collaboration efforts here. I wrote all the rules down in a small book. To you, if you agree to bring it to the scholar. His arrogance should disappear for some time.
We have it. The Lexicon Enbesa, a guide to the ancient script. Take it to the scholar. He will be
Good and
positively
ready.
spitting for jealousy. Hurry.
Commissioner.
Academic breakthroughs can suffer. Academic breakthroughs can suffer.
Desmond.
Found any evidence of the ancient script? I fear my own search has been quite fruitless. A full lexicon, and in such short time? Unbelievable. Give it here. Doubtless it will be strewn with mistakes and approximations. I have reviewed the lexicon and found no quarrel with it. You have my respect, and my help with translation if you require it.
Yes, this one would be very useful. So let's take a look at the wall engraving. It represents two characters, one holding the jewelry of Vahadesha, the other looking like a priest from Kidosi Anitoni, with their facial tattoo. A bowl of plants is shown between them, symbolizing an exchange. I can read the text above the engraving, thanks to the Binium lexicon. Year 8 of Shaba, she who blooms flowers, the queen said. So this dates from the very first year of Enbesa, a testament of the early golden age. The text continues. It is a speech given by the queen. May this first trade seal the beginning of an eternal friendship between the two that these men represent. I'm not sure about the word here, countries or nations, seems most obvious, but that doesn't fit the scene represented on the wall. So there's island or people, 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 multiple, noun. Countries? Well, countries doesn't seem to fit, they said. Person, group or people, name or place. So this nearly looks like a name. Say islands? Thought ancient script would differentiate both words more clearly, but let's proceed. Between the two glorious islands that these men represent, for one needs the immortality plant for their... To think the symbol at the end looks like a branch held by priestesses in the Golden Age, a symbol of religion? But at least I recognize offering, or gift, at the beginning of the word. A gift of a single plant, or a plant. Wow. Why? This translation. So this says rituals. An offering of special plants, you say. If they were holy, wouldn't have been included as well? Let's trust your instinct then. The text is not far from completion. For one needs the immortality plants for their rituals, while the other need the fields to cultivate. That last word is plural, so a group of individuals. But the exact meaning here, what do you think it? What do you make of it? I have a feeling there may be dire consequences to what we uncover here. An offering by the people, given to multiple people. This could be. Oh. Huh. Farmers. Island ritual farmers. May the first trade seal the beginning of an eternal friendship between two glorious islands that these men represent. For one needs the immortality plants for their rituals, while the other, the farmers, need the fields to cultivate. This would mean that the Wahadesha farmers were growing deathless grace so the priests of Kidusi can perform their rituals. Quite a thesis for the High Priestess, but something feels off. Do you still think that right? This seems to be correct according to the guide. Then I will officially write it down. This should please the High Priestess.
Are you entirely certain? Very well. I will trust your judgment, though something feels off.
The foundations of our faith are built on these very walls. Once it was a place of pilgrimage. And when Ketema recognizes our claims, we'll be again.
For science!
Kidusi has long been a place of prayer and writing, and will remain so. No emperor can countermand
Take
this.
the rudder.
Should you find any other fragments, please bring them to Kidusi. I shall be delighted to decrypt.
We are good stain once more, and in need of your generosity.
Hey Gaff, how's it going?
I take it things did not go as expected. Kidusi's independence I may allow, but the stone must be destroyed. What it stands for is perilous and could be used to endanger my rule.
Let's quickly check. Oh, that was what? Oh. A covenant broken. Apparently that was a wrong translation.
Ruth got it.
This would certainly help us survive, if you could allow it.
Reaching one of those 3 stages unlocks the track of the Oracle. Okay, but...
Biaku, it seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
You have been deceived by those priests, and skillfully so. They know that you would find testimony of their claims in ruins of their land, evidence I could not deny, but neither can I have my empire people unwilling to share in the labors of all, only desiring to leech of the work of others. These findings must be destroyed, and all trace of its history erased, for the good of all Enbesa. But these are precious artifacts, treasures of a lost past. See how well they have groomed you. If the past is lost, then leave it be. Their presumptuous history and legacy are relics of the past, of an Enbesa that is not existent, that has not existed for centuries. I would see Enbesa grow free of such narrow-minded, cruel traditions. If grinding such history to rubble is the price to pay for the greatness of my people, it is a price I shall gladly pay. I do not ask you to do this, nor do I fully trust you would if I asked. One of my agents will take care of everything. You need but take him to that accursed island. You let his threat grow rampant. You will see it code. King Surya raised Kidusi long ago. Is that a name you want associated with your legacy? King Surya was a madman who put the entire country to the torch. He sought what was justly denied to him by the above and sacrificed everything, even his people, to his own demented ambition. I am nothing like him. I would see my land thrive, my people prosper and stand strong and united against any foe. I will hear no more of the matter. Let them all be exiled and banned from Enbesa. Let all trade with them be forbidden, and let them wilt and fade. They can eat their precious scrolls if they must. All things must die, and their time has come. Exile is a harsh enough punishment. The stone need not be destroyed. risk a discovery that would send my people into civil war. A kin strife of brother against brother in the name of a faith long dead. Ideas are a dangerous thing, especially heresy. Will not risk a descent into chaos and rioting in the name of some abstract principled sanctity of history. The unity of Enbesa is as thin as a lion's hair, and I will not see it break. Enough, my mind's made up. See to your task and deliver the envoy to Kidusi Anitoni. Let this chapter in Enbesa's troubled path fade into oblivion and silence. Enbesa will unite under the one true faith and creed of the Lord for a brighter future. I do not want to destroy the stone. Fuck you. Fuck this. Yeah, I'm gonna roll back. Like, what is going on? Like, the entire thing doesn't even say how to do this. The Anno fandom wiki, etc. does not say how to do this. It doesn't say jack shit. Countries. Seems right, but then the characters with the jeweled wreaths from Kashta. Let's proceed. Between the two glorious islands that these men represent, for there need to be immortal plans. For there. Seems right, but then the character with the jeweled wreaths from Kashta? Let's proceed. Between the two glorious islands that these men represent, for one needs the immortal plants for their... I think the symbol at the end looks like a branch. Yada yada yada. You know, I think it's 2 again. Offering of life, you say. A poetic depiction of health indeed. Very well. Let us trust your instinct. We are not far from completing the text now. For one needs the immortality plant for their health, while the other need the field to cultivate. That last word is plural, for a group of individuals, but the exact meaning. Perhaps you have an idea. I have a feeling that there may be a dire consequences what we uncover here. Okay, apparently it's priests. We were completely wrong. May the first trade seal the beginning of an eternal friendship between the 2 glorious countries that these men represent. For one needs the immortality plants for their health, while the other, the priest, needs the field to cultivate. This would mean that the priests of Kidusi and Itoni were cultivating deathless grace to heal the people of Kashta. This reminds me of an event that happened in the Golden Age, mentioned in a book in the library. It seems that the Kashtan king was sick, and the priests of Kidusi and Itoni were sent to heal him, with success. Yet years later, the Kashtans decided to pillage the granary of Enbesa to own the miracle remedy, and this marked the final loss of the deathless grace for our country. Then the wall of the old library would be a testament to this story. Fascinating. Yet this would also mean that the priests of Kidusi and Itoni were farmers in the deathless grace themselves, according to your translation, a statement that will certainly displease the High Priestess. Are you sure this is correct?
Workforce shortage.
Then I will officially write it down. Proceeds to path of perfect translation. The quest in desert and the desert will take. Okay, so there is the perfect truth.
An agreement that Enbesa would send the healers of Kidusi to the
Like, the
ailing
problem
people
now
of
lies in the
Kashta.
fact that we have
The
this.
implications are profound and not in Kidusi's favor.
Good and ready.
What do we do with this?
Heresy! We welcome and support you, only for you to repay us with fiendish lies?
For science!
I knew a foreigner could never translate such a document. Go to Ketema and tell him we have proof of our ancestry and will not yield.
Another fragment of ancient script for
Right,
my
the
delectation.
track of the Oracle. Citizen scripture was found in the oracle at Wahadesha above a description of priestly figures cultivating land. How very interesting. Let us see what else this will yield. I should have taken this before. I recognize these last two symbols. The Holy Mountain. It is Kidusi Anitoni. I'm certain of it. And was it not also on the wall description of the library? The first part, however, I'm not sure of. I can see that looks exactly like the treasure stone door of buildings from the Golden Age, but any guess? So it's a granary, a grow storage house of Mount Kidusi. A granary, yes, that does make sense. But the consequences, the implication of Kidusi and its faith, we need more ample proof of this, archaeological evidence. If there was a granary of this magnitude on Kidusi, there must be some trace of it left somewhere. Seek the granary.
A granary? On Kidusi and Anitoni? Wow. If it existed, there must still be traces. Such a building must have been colossal. Such a granary, if it existed, must have been older than the Bible. Situated in a wide open place, I think, there would still be traces there. Aha! I think we have it. I should have known the granary would be on a holy site. A natural instinct for a land void of grain. So vast, and such a hoard of artifacts. We must begin to catalog them, of course.
The glyphs carved into the burned clay tablet reads, I, Gediz, am witness to the last few minutes of my life until the goddess welcomes me. I, Gediz, guardian of the deathless graces, have failed in my duty. The enemy burns our granary, having trapped me inside with. The text resumes after an illegible fragment. Seeds of the deathless grace can disappear forever. Let this last testimony tell how we were set up by the Kashtan king, who wanted to steal our blessed blossoms and destroy us. Let the Lord take me and judge all as they deserve when their time comes.
They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
Burnt seeds line the bottom of the face, probably hibiscus by the scholar's estimate, and deciphered etchings are scrolled along the sides.
This vase, there were burnt seeds within. Hibiscus. And on the exterior, etchings. Writing. Can you read it?
An evasive inscription. Ceramics, a vase of intricate design, traces of fire on its outer carapace, but there seemed to be something inside. Seeds! Burnt as expected, but there is an inscription here. It's barely visible, but it should still be decipherable, I think. Now, this symbol I know is the very same symbol the priests do across their face, the symbol of the hibiscus flower. Now, this symbol we know means time or past. We've encountered before on the inscription on the wall. If memory serves, it means life, or was it faith? That must mean plans for the future. Plans of the future doesn't.
Sure,
Why did it?
makes sense. Here, let me start over. What if the performative syntagm?
Plans of eternal life. That's an eternal thing. Life, grow, plants. Of course, the upright hourglass must be the flow of time, but an hourglass on its side must mean the flow has ceased, that time has halted. A symbol for eternity, coupled with a symbol of life. The deathless grace. This is a vase where deathless grace seeds were stored, and if the inscriptions are to be believed, then these legendary flowers are none other than hibiscus flowers. To think that the priests have kept nurturing and cherishing the flowers despite having forgotten their purpose. This is fascinating. You must ask the High Priestess if she knows of this.
The priests cannot have lived here so long and not known of this. Had we not thought to dig deeper? I sense a hidden agenda at work. You should confront the High Priestess.
The High Priestess.
So you have found it. Perhaps it is best. Secrets weigh heavy, and I weary of deceit. I suppose you deserve the truth. Come and listen.
Meet me at the ritual pool. This is where it all begins.
Workforce shortage.
Good thing it's not too far off.
These walls were ancient before the ancestors even came to town.
Silence has lease here, except for the invisible distant echoes of droplets against the cliffs. The Ibist Kush, we called these, the Deathless Grace. We were gardeners then, tending to the gardens of Sil Amidos and providing for the Queen's lands. It was our great honor to tend these flowers, and before long, custom had it that only priests could care for them. Gifts of the gods. An ancient statue, abandoned and derelict, it bears an uncanny resemblance to the statues of the Wahadesha. When we came to Enbesa, the Kashtan king gave us the great province of Wahadesha to farm, of which this island was only a fragment. Some priests embraced Kashtan culture, raising tall statues like this one, while others retired to the mountains and found a temple. This temple. In the mountains, we strove to grow the Hibiscus Kush again. We sowed and dug canals and piled our granaries high with grains and flowers. We learned the flowers' secret. We grew wise in the way of mending and healing, and many came to seek us cures, seeking us cures for their ailments. Such was our reputation that one day an emissary of Kashta came to us. The king lay dying and offered to reward us if he could be saved from the grip of the life reaver. An event was described on the walls you uncovered. We stood by his bed for 7 days and nights, brewing and caring for him, and he lived. Grateful, the king swore friendship to Kidusi and to Enbesa. but we were deceived. The king coveted our knowledge and sent murderers in the night who slew many, burnt our temple, took the flowers and left the land barren. We were devastated. Nurturing the plants was the reason for our existence, but the king of Enbesa refused to risk angering the might of Kashta. We declined, and we wilted. The old library. We took our grief to ink and vellum. We wrote extensively, all our knowledge and history housed within a great library in the mountains. The old library you have excavated, but it did not last. The mad king Soyu pillaged our lands, seeking immortality we did not have anymore. Once again, much was lost to fire. As the Mad King rampaged through Enbesa, slaying or displacing its people, we turned once again to writing and wove a new history for our lands. As darkness came upon the memory of Enbesa, we wove a tapestry tale that restored our place at the heart of our nation, as wardens of God's intent. Hey Laura, how's it going?
It is time we embraced our duty to the people of Enbesa, rather than our pride. We shall join the Emperor and serve the
Shoulder
tenets
hurts.
of a renewed faith for the good
I want to make a
of all.
joke, but I'm not gonna. Hope it's not from, like, sleeping weirdly. Or like bumping your shoulder into something, I guess.
What we lack, the Lord provides. Route plotted.
Nope. Okay. Gosh darn it.
This letter will lay everything out for the Emperor to see. Unfurl the sail!
Okay, let's see.
A letter from the High Priestess. I wonder what new deceit it brings. Long does it seem since she spoke an honest word. So all it took to make them see the beauty of change was the discovery of the remains of the past. The irony is precious, but their offer of unity is tempting. They will kneel and pledge to the Empire as long as they are allowed to grow the sacred hibiscus. A small favor I shall happily grant.
I mean, it seems like that's the thing they wanted, right?
You have worked wonders on Kidusi. Learning truth and tolerance, I have founded a temple here in Tabarim, so that we can learn to be more inclusive of individual belief for the greater good of the whole.
That's good. Inclusivity is greatly appreciated.
Awaiting new horizons.
At last, our magnum opus is complete. I have had several copies made. Masterful craftsmanship, if I do say so myself.
Route plotted.
This seems to be an ancient gift. Oh no, Chronicles of Enbesa. Huh.
Much lies ahead of us, but all things I can look to proudly.
And this one as well.
Without shame or deceit. I thank you for this. Come find me in Kidusi when you have a moment.
There it is. A final, exhaustive, comprehensive copy of the Chronicles of the Land of Lions. Shall we?
Might have osteoarthritis. Yikes. So long it's not osteoporosis, I guess. A book for the museum. Attractiveness plus 50. Nice!
These chronicles herald a new golden age. The Age of Lions. The triumph of Enbesa. And we, the architects of its splendor.
Your own poets may soon sing the splendors of Enbesa.
Ready for a challenge. This vase honors the memory of the greatest of our queens millennia ago. Upon it are the most ancient writings, which I had translated for you by way of thanks.
Nice.
Too
Is that-
long have our books
Yes!
been unread and
Museum.
dust-ridden. I have had them removed to the harbor so that all may consult them and grow in wisdom.
Are we making a lighthouse of Alexandria?
The lone and level sands stretch far away. But what of beyond the sands, son? What pale walls and statues still stir? What king caught in the glory of his prime?
Let's hope it doesn't. Stay safe, everyone. Hallowed and hollow now is the ancient glory of Taborime, but I will not see it clear heart fail. The chronicles must be completed, the lost age of Enbesa restored, the temples of Elam will rise again, as will the Enbesa National Museum, and your completed chronicles will be its crown jewel. I trust you will aid me with this. I shall compile the history of Enbesa for you.
I trust you will see it done.
So what shall it be?
Actually, I would very much like to continue on, but I'm gonna have to drop stuff off.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Route plotted.
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to go back to the rest of the islands and see what's going on. Like, what actually is going on? What am I... Flower... Work clothes. Okay, that makes sense. Kachu. Problem with Kachu is that we need to, like... We are definitely needing to make sure that we have enough of it and that we transport it quickly enough. Yep! Cat's coming back.
So what shall it
for a
be?
challenge.
The people celebrate your leadership.
So why do we need to take this?
Ugh, what a bore. We have made great progress here, but let us review what material we have before moving on.
Enbesa's Silver Age canonically started with the fall of King Surya and the rise to power of the Seven. This usually seemed to end with the Sun Ring of the Seven. Questions that need answering. Which island was never governed by one of the 7? One of the islands at the time was described as leaderless. The remains of the 7 houses can be found on the islands near Tamborime, where they ruled. If you can find the remaining leaders' houses, we'll be able to deduct the leaderless island. Look for isolated or prominent houses. How large was Tamborime? By all accounts, the city flourished under the Seventh Rule. Finding the ancient city walls could help estimate the limits of the city at the time. It can't have been much greater than the city today, so perhaps look near the city's current borders. Note, please report back as soon as possible.
The assignment's due soon.
On our way.
So find the 7 houses. Wahadesha or Angarup houses found. Okay.
Just say the word. Is that one of them? No. Yes. Okay, so in Angareb, Hitya's house.
Then Favorime. And ancient family house on Waha. Oh, Waha Desha. Find traces of Taporime's. Yeah, that's here. Ancient hall here. And there should be an ancient hall somewhere else. Okay. Of course it's that.
Route plotted.
There we go. Yeah, still not getting any job.
Not in vain do the wandering westerlies bring you to Enbesa.
Also, let's go back to this speed and see about expeditions, because we have been waiting on this one. Call of the Devil. Can it be the voice of a child this deep in the jungle? The expedition has taken a several days sojourn inland, looking for citrus to save them from scurvy. Taking shelter during a particularly heavy cloudburst, they are sure they can hear children's voices through the pitter-patter of rain. The men strain to see where it may be coming from. "It's Lucifer, of Cloven Hoof, leading us astray," whispers the priest. "Pay him no heed." Ignore the devil voices or find a more rational explanation.
It's no mere superstition.
Fear incites a rash decision. The majority tremble in silence as the eerie voice draws ever nearer, except for one cocksure officer who jams his pistol every which way, looking for something to shoot. Seeing movement among the tree, he fires, only to see his bullet graze the shoulder of an indigenous girl, perhaps 5 or 6 years old. It is likely she has never come across the White Devil before, and she disappears into the trees wailing. She will survive. The officer, however, is clutching his chest. He has had a heart attack, and he dies.
I can't make any promises.
Town Hall. Can we make one of those? That's the question. Apparently not. What do you need next? You still need some extra finery. That will require some linseed, apparently.
How may I help?
There we go. We are missing linseed for this
The
one.
report is detailed, of course. Let me see. Quite passable. Carry on. I've gathered some more information for you in a note.
The Bronze Age. Scholars attest that Enbesa's Bronze Age began with the unification of the land under the rule of Yed Barok, heir of Selamawi, after the fall of the Seven, and ended with Lebne's grandson was murdered in Angareb barely a century ago. Despite this recent history, some questions remain unanswered. The roster of works built by Yed Barok is incomplete. He is known for his many defensive installations against the Sans King of Angareb, Taborime and Kidusi, as well as the Xar Wall of the Wahadesha. Investigate each of these and report to me. Where is the fabled hidden access to the temple of Kidusi Alitoni? Yed Barok was known for building secret passages in his strongholds, for fear of successful invasion, while the passage on Angareb and the mountain pass on Wahadesha are known. The passage below the temple of Kidusi remains hidden. Perhaps you could find it. On Kidusi Taborime. Okay. Wall of the palace called Taborime. It's here. Also the palace court. An inscription to Yed Barok adorns every side of this massive wall, built by the first of the Elamais. Those walls were supposed to protect the palace from the risk of invasion from the Sand Kingdoms. Then to Angareb, which is this one. And it's here, the restored palace of Yed Barok. Okay, and then the last one should be Kidusi. It's the temple.
The report is detailed, of course. We're nearing the end of our trials. One chapter remains. That of your own tribulations and woes.
Okay. Is that a new mission or not?
At last, our magnum opus is complete. I have had several copies made. Masterful craftsmanship, if I do say so myself. There it is. A final, exhaustive, comprehensive copy of the Chronicles of the Land of Lions. These chronicles herald a new golden age. The age of lions. The triumph of Enbesa. And we, the architects of its splendor.
Bright blazes the soul of Enbesa.
Steersman?
Ready for a challenge.
Untold perils await us.
Okay, so apparently people have been looking for the Jat, which is a grey-crowned crane, which apparently people in France are not happy with, because it's called the Royal Crane. It's a royal crane in the butt for me. Okay. An ambush of missiles. This unmapped region of the Great Forest is home to an indigenous people. Most policy is to preempt the hostility of trespassers into their territory. Suddenly a man grips his shoulder, where a feather dart now hangs. It could have come from anywhere. Do you hide, fight, or if all else fails, flee? Find cover. Bonus success chance by force, and make a desperate run for it. Find cover.
Wild things pursue us.
The rain of darts comes to an end when your group quickly and cleverly diffuses, each finding their own space. Out of respect, perhaps your ambushers decide to retreat, although they simply believe the damage has already been done. Those who were hit begin to wheeze heavily, collapsing to the floor, for the darts were tipped with poison. The doctor is praised for their quickness of thought. Wolf's Bane, of the slopes above, words pour out. Classically lethal, but by Jove, I have an idea. An extraordinary antidote is proposed. A positive deadly nightshade, and its effect is remarkable. Don't ask me how, but it worked, the doctor says cheerfully, as the victims of the poison dart begin to return to normal. Your expedition marks the territory of the map for the sake of anthropology, before taking the long road around it. So, for those that are interested, Wolf's Bane is no, Nightshade. Yeah. Okay. So there are two different families of things. So Wolf's Bane, I believe. They are also called the monkhood plants. They are extremely poisonous. Also called Poison of mother-in-law. So there is alkaloids in it. And in Nightshade. Like description. Taxonomy, toxicology, is that somewhere in here? Alkaloids. So that's alkaloids and alkaloids again. Huh. Okay, I don't know the reason why that would work. Provide extra rations to continue.
We are good staying once more, and in need of your generosity.
Unfurl the sail.
This will certainly help. They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
The world's oyster open.
Yeah. Expedition returns. After weeks of trials and tribulations, your expedition comes home safe. You have earned a reward for your altruism. The crew toasts a successful rescue, with all returning to the glad comforts of home. We made a ship piston engine for steamships. We have a CTC extinguisher, affects all buildings when activated, and an 18-pounder long gun. Specifically does more damage.
Seductive charts bury my desk.
Okay, fair enough. It's all in here. Let's take...
Ready the ropes?
You're a frigate. Sprayed for this. There we go. Ah, gosh darn it. I don't want to do pirate hunts yet. Let's go see for an archaeological expedition. Assign ship. Needs to be the frigate.
Aye, 'tis fair.
Oh no, we don't need any of this.
A fire broke out.
We need a clipper. We could start with this. In the meantime, let's send over a cargo ship
The fire
to
left ruins behind.
Enbesa to Taborime.
Your city has grown more beautiful.
Now, one small question. Why am I losing so much money?
I've made a comprehensive list of changes.
Sure, I'm in it. Well, technically, it could be the penny farthings. Yeah, we might need more flour. Flour, coffee.
I'll do.
Oh, a chance,
We're long to get back to the blue.
perhaps a chance to deploy some tractors.
It's a surprise inspection.
This city is a magnet for genius.
These fabled lands exist after all.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Oh. That makes sense.
A farm? With no fields?
This will certainly help us survive. If you could allow, we are good staying once more, and in need of generosity.
Hey, look at that!
It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
I mean, that does actually make sense.
One final look.
Now to figure out fertilizer indeed.
Seductive charts bury my desk.
No pirates.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Okay, so, apparently people have found a way to do that in the old world at Archie's place.
Ah, yes, the bright young sapling.
I haven't seen a single animal yet.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Bless Her Majesty. She eats so fast, but when she stops, so must we.
Yeah. Okay, Lady Kahina.
Don't touch.
Peacock.
This is a new life for me. I still have luxury without any of the danger.
I am rolling away my money.
Admiral! Admiral!
Yeah. After weeks of hot weather, supplies of drinking water have become dangerously low. It therefore seems a minor miracle when the fellow's ship appears on the horizon, for surely they have some water to spare. As it draws near, the crew are aghast, for there is no sign of life on board. It's a ghost ship, we must flee before it's too late, they cry. Heathen superstition board the ship.
Hair-raising horrors.
Crew are so faithless that every creaking plank aboard the ghost ship raises a whimper. So when a banshee howler erupts from the deck below, every sailor runs for their life. One poor soul trips in a coil of rigging and cracks their head upon an iron capstan. The death exposes all the more the crew's foolishness.
She said fair enough.
I hope this is... yeah. Can be gotten by the shepherds and elders. We have some things here.
Our neighbor's landlady demands more and more time, but they can't keep up. What with the harvest, I appreciate it. Really.
Do not meddle with traditions you do not understand. It is the Meniga's very purpose to serve, to provide for Enbesa at large.
I never doubted you would.
Why are you now poking your nose in, Keftanya Steward? It is in the Meninga nature to serve, and if they cannot serve, they have no purpose in our society. I suggest you refrain from attempting to meddle with the natural orders of things in Enbesa. Old-fashioned law should not hold sway over living people. You must be held to account, have the landlady arrested. I will not uproot your institution, but I will pay for Meninga's debts for them. Pay the elder what is owed. You are right, I overstepped my duties. Far be it from me to interfere with customs. Leave the elder to her tax collection.
That'll help you immensely.
That's a lot of money.
Final note. Very well. It is all the same to me. Until next year, then.
Damn. So I have gotten an Impala out of this.
There is tea by the door if you want it. These colorful fields could be even bigger.
All hands at the ready.
Good evening, Jacques. How's it going? Please don't reroll more than 5 times. Yeah, fair enough. I most likely won't. Cities of Gold. Faded ink. Gold leaf. Could this map lead to El Duda? It fluttered into the hands of your sailors, who believed it to be the most bona fide clue in centuries as to the location of the City of Gold. They're already dreaming of the hulking neck change they'll find, and how well they'll set off their earrings. Why, even the captain has suggested hiring a guide. Yet the greedy have come to this way before, and it never seems to end well. Read the map yourselves.
Monsters abroad.
Trial ends at a stone covered in glyphs, following
How
the
thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
confluence of high waters. As they weave in and out of one another, you arrive several days later at the lake marked on the faded map. A keen-eyed young whippersnapper notices some unmarked stones have been placed at regular intervals, which culminate at a waterfall, besides a stone whose inscription must have been made long ago. Survey the area. Secret passage. In a nearby rock face, you find a gap, scarcely wide enough to slip through, that might easily have been missed but for the thoroughness of search. One by one, the expedition enters to find themselves in a natural cavern, through which a cool wind whips. A little light reveals a rock fall blocking the way ahead, and crawlways branching in all directions. Few have any experience of caving. Oops, there we go again. The route they take is clammy and claustrophobic and seem to be leading nowhere when there's suddenly an awful screeching of bats. A man loses his footing and falls through a gap, breaking his legs. The confined space between his rescue is especially tiresome and takes several hours to complete. The narrow cave, filling with moans wherever anyone so much as grazes an injured leg. You are forced to abandon your search for El Duda.
Put more skulls on the pile.
You're very low on thingamajigers, on morale for that. There we go.
Hide the pot.
Oh, zoological.
Cup of coffee.
The icy blizzard, trapped in the snow. When the furious blizzard relents, the exploration party sees a mountainous pass ahead is blocked. Some say the rough terrain can be crossed, others say they saw a small fork in the path not too far back. Craft something to traverse the mountain, take the fork you passed, or await help. It's not much of a detour. The going is steady, and before long the warm fire of a base camp appears in view. The blizzard is something to tell the grandchildren. Provided frostbite hasn't seen to that.
Ready for anything.
We have 11 morale left on the archaeological mission. Holy.
Full of gladness, I make my best work. Engineers deride art, but true beauty lies not in things seen.
Okay. We are lacking in furs? Most likely furs.
I'm missing particular materials.
You are missing grapes. No. You are missing in...
Always harder with someone at your...
Okay. Let's see about Enbesa again and see if we have any luck here. No, okay. Let's go to the New World. And then go to Sarmento.
Now is the time for choosing sides, just or unjust.
Nope. We can do one more and then we won't do it again. Nope. Okay, cool. Never mind then. I am fine, I'm good, I don't want this. What's the thing? There should be a mission somewhere around here, I just can't seem to find it.
We are good stain once more, and in need of your generosity.
Yeah, okay. Enbesa, here we go.
Olia reporting in.
Oh,
Cargo stations.
We have the devil to pay. We're adrift.
the mountain more. Your sailors face the mountain without a map. After racing from guide to guide through the depths of the mountain range, the crew find themselves devoid of a chaperone. The guide's supposed to take them in the last leg hasn't shown up in time that you agreed. Forgetting what initial goal you had in mind, getting off the snowtop peak is the only priority now. Traverse the mountain on your own. Your navigators make do without the guide. They take note of landmarks, etc., etc., etc. We've seen these before.
It must be. We will follow.
Just say the word.
On our way!
The Enbesa Chronicle. Chapter 1, the Golden Age, the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age. Building a new Enbesa. Nice. Okay, so next one up. Mysterious artifacts. Discovered several strange artifacts aboard spooks the crew. Tied to the rigging, bunks, boards, and even atop the captain's desk. A warning, a threat. And who put them there? Since the nearby island is uninhabited, it is sensible only to think the perpetrator must be aboard. Crew must know, or have seen something at least. Ask the crew who did this.
We know not peoples as you.
The crew are beginning to bond. Someone comes forward, not having expected to cause such a bother. There for me old mum, he sighs. Birds has won a little robin, made them together when she was little. Now she's gone, the others are quick to put an arm around his shoulder. They're all in this together. Schnapps.
This would certainly help us survive. If you could allow it. They are
Yes.
cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
I hate that we have to look at that for this long.
Taborim, Tabernacle of Enbesan Splendor.
Bring her around.
Chronicles of Enbesa. And this is Glory of Kings.
It is good to see our youth's thirst for learning finally sated after long years of warfare. Our scholars are the pride of Enbesa, and all aspire to follow in their footsteps.
Hold the crane.
Now let's send you back to Cape Trelawney, Crown Falls.
Blessed is the land where sheep and lion run free in brotherhood.
There we go. Oh, these are the maximum levels. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense.
We have the devil to pay.
Coral Islands. The storm came from nowhere, wrecking our ship on the coral-strewn shores. For a time, your crew feels like children again, dancing along the sands and bathing in the sun as they await a verdict of the damaged hull. When it comes, the news is not good. Extensive repair is needed, and with supplies so short, there is considerable disagreement. Why concentrate on repairs, given how long that may take, when both food and water are so urgently needed? Explain why fixing the ship is paramount.
Too cultured for us scrubbers.
We make good progress on the ship repairs by offering a specific motivation. If we can get her fixed, there's a friendly port not far away. While she's not yet ready to depart, the crew are reassured that it won't be long before the ship is back underway. It might be an idea. Meanwhile, to send a small party to look for food and water. You never know when the next chance will come. Don't be distracted now, not when we're so close. You can forgive the crew for being slightly distracted. The work is hard and they've been at it constantly. No amount of encouragement can speed things up. When the ship is ready, the expedition leaves immediately in order to remain on schedule.
Turn about before it's too late. Admiral! Admiral!
Next thing. Aha. This man is severely ill. A group of sailors bang on the door to the doctor's cabin. They carry a feverish friend who between two moments of altered sleep mutters about a burning radiance and closes his eyes to protect himself from the deck's half-light. The doctor's inspection could reveal more symptoms, but shouldn't the crazed patient be secluded instead? Inspect the man at the risk of contamination. Symptoms speak for themselves. The man's neck is stiff, his breathing distraught, his cheeks paralyzed. As the doctor explains to the rest of the crew the details of meningitis, the lying patient suddenly trembles, taken by seizures of such intensity that his whole body arcs upwards, bent in a pyramidal pose of impossible tension. He screams out the name of your doctor before falling down. Dead. This was the delirium of a dying man. There's no truth but the voice of science. The accusation was the plea of a sick fool. The doctor knows what ravages meningitis can do to the mind of its victims, and his collected account of symptoms convinces your crew of your doctor's innocent and acute knowledge. He is free to inspect the men on board, and identify several others who carry the symptoms. The sick are promptly isolated and is embarked at the next harbour, and your expedition emerges unscathed.
It'll be a breeze.
Okay, so question. Okay, answer is no, we cannot make. Okay, in that case, another question. What do we specifically need to colonize a area here? Is it literally once again the same iron, same steel, or in this case might it be like mud bricks or something, because we are technically somewhere else and we are not using the same items, I think. Probably local materials. Yeah, I would say so as well, but you never know. Let's see. Yes, it is local. Great. Also, you can put the Chronicles of Enbesa in your warehouse so it won't clog up your ship. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Unfurl the sail.
Just like me, they like to go gallivanting off. Could you help me find the goats before they eat up?
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Oh, wonderful.
It's 5 of them. Apparently there's more than 5 of them, but apparently 5 of them
Never
are
doubted
his.
you would.
Another Impala.
Good and ready.
Take the rudder.
We have the devil to pay.
Okay, this is the one that we can more easily lose a bit on. Okay. An ambush of missiles. Okay. Hide.
It's beastly, Alvaro. High spirits.
That's pretty much the same as we did before. Random events. Random events. Electrified. Oh yeah. They got extra. Well, all different actually. Resources from stuff.
On our way.
You gained an influence bonus.
Hope this goes well. Expedition returns. Yes. Okay. We have a Santia cave painting, a Kidusi church diorama, and a whore statue. Whore, not war. See, nothing here, okay.
I'd expected more color and flair from the old.
Where did you say you come from?
Some of these are actual buildings. Awesome. Hey, look at that. Nice. Yeah, the things that are actual buildings and stuff like that are actually buildings. It's awesome. It's incredible. Okay, seemingly we are gonna have to make a couple extra. Truly in the spirit of a British museum, yeah. There we go. It belongs in a museum. Attractiveness plus 10%. Nice. Do we actually
an influence bonus?
Have a bonus? No. Not on this. Not on this either. And not on you either. Would have been nice. Would have been nice to see. I did not get the research institute. Well, I did not build it yet. Pick your poison.
Perhaps there is a way to can the following problem be solved? Is there a solution?
Yes.
A fine catalyst.
How did you make explosives, dynamite specifically, with fish?
This would certainly help us survive. We are good staying once more.
Yeah, okay, Enbesa, back to you. Take my ship here.
They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
It is high time you learned negotiation, Wetatuni. Fortunately, by the Lord's will, then.
Prince in progress. Deal breaker. Merchant, the Emperor wishes me to deal with you, Keftania Steward. Very well then. I hear you are interested in acquiring land in the valley beyond Mount Riza. Well, I can tell you it is a rich and bounteous land, and I am not willing to part with it easily. Okay, Oh, I didn't expect that. No, it has to be sold. And I really would be glad to come to a deal and sell it today. Can't afford to wait on that money any longer. Besides, did Emperor Ketema not say he wants it? The merchant glances at Ketema, briefly in the hope he will say something, but Ketema looks expectantly towards you. Perhaps you have more interested buyers elsewhere. Okay then, 50,000, but if you won't take it, I have other people that are interested. I'd hoped we could do 25,000. Oh well, perhaps leave it to your other bidders. Yes, indeed I will, says the merchant angrily, and I'm pretty sure they will be far more reasonable negotiators than you. Oops. Let me go back. Strychnine. 32. Fair enough. It's also one of those alkaloids from before. Okay, Enbesa?
It is high time. Let us see how you will go about it.
Okay. Fine deal, the merchant exclaims, shaking your hand while shaking his head in frustration. You sense you couldn't possibly have gotten it in for any less than you offered.
Excellent, steward. Appearing disinterested can often result in the best deal.
Ready for a challenge.
Okay.
A satisfying conclusion, I trust? Virtue, benevolence, and duty. Such is a King Selassie.
Ah, that's just the money. Okay, cool.
Take the rudder.
The world's oyster opens.
Expedition returns. After weeks of trials and tribulations, your expedition comes home safe. You have captured a wild animal. The crew toasts the success of your zoological expedition. This can only aid studies of the natural world. I was gonna ask, how big or how small is that sperm whale?
If we are good staying once more. And in
That is a very small sperm whale, is it not?
They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
It's the same size as the orca. Also, that's not how the fin looks on an orca in captivity. At all. A spotted hyena. No birds, yeah, I know. Bush. Okay, yeah, apparently there's nothing. Nothing for now.
Bit for you, shank for me.
Yeah, no. Okay. Go back to Enbesa. See about my ship. I would very much like If I take you here, don't think that will do anything. Anything new unlocked for the tourists? Good question. Not really. I need 250 tourists. And these don't seem to want to upgrade. Wow. Okay.
A surge of interest here this season.
How is this not good enough for you? So we need to make mezcal and we need to make bombins. Maybe. Okay, so, let's see. I see one of you, one of you. Oh. Ha! Yeah, there's a cliff here. That will work. Also consider replacing the clippers on the new World Cape Trelawney Bridge with steam freighters. True. True. We are gonna need bombins though. So let's start by making that a thing.
What can I do for you?
Okay, and
The
you?
tile has to be prepared first.
Okay. And now we can make a stamp of this. Okay.
We put our hopes in the right place.
Okay. The bomb bins are a thing that are popping up now, and that's gonna be okay. As for you, you need them as well. Am I making excess? I am making 2 in excess.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Well, losing money hammer over fist. If you use the all island films, how many bombings do you need? Good question. We are now producing 1 in excess. Now. After 2. And that's before tractors and fertilizers, yeah. And silo. Okay, so this is from the Manola to Crown's finger trigger. I will leave you as you are.
On our way. Yeah.
Routes, create routes, trade routes go from the New World, Pelican go from you to Cape Trelawney, you load up on bombins. Let's do this for now.
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Nice. Brazil nut tree. Betholetia excelsa, a gigantic nut-bearing tree of the rainforest frequented by capuchins.
No better end in sight. Well, much. That did 1%.
We are good stain once more, and in need of your generosity.
Take the rudder.
Mm-hmm. Could look for better, yeah.
Steersman.
Over the Po, Harbour Master's office, a repair crane. And that's it. And there is no pyramid I can build yet.
This will certainly help us survive. They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
Take the rudder.
Okay,
Welcome, Keftania Stewart.
nothing yet. I kinda do, yeah. Yeah. There is a layout, but we're too far in.
It is good to know peace at last.
Okay. This could actually be the best time to start doing this. $146, $146. There's not enough space for that. It might be here.
A bold new expedition, Admiral.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, being at war is never fun. Yeah, this needs to be 5 again. Then to here. To here. Nope, it's not gonna work, is it? Nope, okay. In that case, let's just build a small outpost. Needs not be bigger than it needs to be. Yeah, we did figure that one out. In our playthrough as well, and it's absolutely nothing. War is good for absolutely nothing. Say it again.
I can teach you how to do this.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I believe they said the pirates specifically. I believe they are currently in the main campaign.
It won't take much to prepare me.
Go, Indigo. Make a trade route, create route, trade routes with a ship, being the twist of coral, going from Lepna, Jerusalem to Tabarime, taking...
I am a Meniga, yes. But I like to think the one above cares about what we do. Not
Indigo dye, dropping it off there, Indigo dye, dropping it off there. Let's accept this. Most likely not gonna need to be that large, but hey, better a bit too much than a bit too little. Am I still making... Yes. Okay, cool. In that case, I'm interested in plopping down one of these. Preferably somewhere where I have the resources for it. let's wait a little bit. No. Okay, I am losing more Wanza than I care to see. Now, what is using...
We are good stain once more, and in need of your generosity.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Cheers, man.
This will certainly help us survive. They are cool. It seems we will be starvation safe for some time yet.
There it is. The Jat. We got it. We have how long? 26 minutes?
We have much to share.
Holy fuck. Okay, nice. Finally. It's like a blue one, which is rare. But we also still have legendary and who knows what else. Legendary and epic. 2 extra levels, so this one should like be
Release the Jat. Let its blessed flight fill our dry skies with beauty.
Let's go for it.
Waha thrives again with soft flight and moist life. The Kasa will live again.
Where's the crane? Show me the crane.
Only a wise one could restore the Waha and culture respect. With your help, Waha Desha and the Empire will grow greater.
Yes, you can. You need to go to America. Not Africa. To the New World.
see you have good news. Let us have it then. I had run out of patience, but you showed me the virtue of perseverance.
Is that it?
You have breathed life back into Wahadesha. There is a natural beauty to it now, and many in this city have been inspired by their traditional example, raising gardens and terraces for all to revel in.
I don't see a single bird, and I had to get one for 72,000 gold. Dollars, gold, coins, whatever. Why am I profile level? What? Maybe near the water.
With the Par Itaru complete, come days of Messiet, the feast of praise giving. We want you as our honor guest.
No, you go here first.
Unfurl the sail.
I don't see any. On this island we can see a couple, I believe. Like last time there were a couple flying around here. Might they have been spooked by the amount of thingamajiggers? The amount of construction and stuff.
Messiet is a rite of fertility, of life celebrating. It is the heart of Enbesa, and we will teach you of it.
Okay. Is it celebration or religious ecstasy? It's impossible to say, but a pure unbridled energy emanates from the village's dancing. In a corner you see Abel and Esau dancing with a stranger, a young shepherd of unearthly beauty. A group of Irenia crowd in to honor the oracle according to the ways of old. Soul bound to the Waha, their chant weaves hymns of lament and praise alike. Something is here, something holy, somehow. I prefer the calm of the cliff, but from here the Waha looks more beautiful than I ever could have imagined, even from the stories of my Wahiyit.
Only fair.
I hope I'll meet her again in the afterlife, so I can tell her all about this miracle. Artifacts from the oracle.
As is told in legends, where water springs, so is memory unveiled. These soul bonds we would give to you as thanks.
Soulbounds.
You came to us a Shema, stranger, yet learned to listen with hard mouth and soul words. You are one of us, Hamesi.
Hamesi. Okay. That's it? Or are you suddenly gonna come back with, I don't know.
Steersman.
Desha. I hope I don't have to come back with any food and stuff anymore. Seems to be it. Perfect. In that case, well, they did plant orange trees and hibiscus and the grasses, the deaf grass. So that should be all they need? Question mark? Now, I would very much like to not have this many losses. Okay. That being said, I'm gonna send y'all over to a friend of mine who is currently playing RimWorld. Don't know how long he'll be doing that, but he's gonna be playing RimWorld for a bit. We will try and make this right. I believe it's mostly Cape Trelawney. Apparently not. It's this place. Then again, this is kind of to be the place that would do that. Let's see in the old world.
The people celebrate your leadership.
43. Is it the new world then? Oh yeah, so Manola is not doing great for me. Then again, this can't be just Manola, right? Yeah, because now this is plus 16,000.
I feel a certain joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre. You know, actually... It's only because of the festival, yeah. See about this. Okay. That being said, I'm gonna send y'all over. Otherwise, I'm gonna be playing this for the rest of the night. As I said before, Anno is one of those one more turn kind of games. That being said, hope y'all enjoyed your time here. I'm gonna send y'all over to Mr. McBoy, who is gonna be having a heck of a time with RimWorld. Hope y'all have a good day. Hope y'all have a good time. I'll see y'all again Sunday. Though I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be playing Anno or if I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV at this point in time. Could also be RimWorld, because DMB did ask me to maybe see about playing multiplayer in that. That being said, have a good one. See you later. Goodbye.